All this and much more tonight on Heat. Good evening, we're live. This is Heat. I'm John Hockenberry. The world's most famous unsigned drum machine player in the world. The news of the hour tonight on Heat or anywhere else in the world. In a major policy shift, it's big news tonight. In a major policy shift, the Bush administration announced today that it is withdrawing recognition of the rebel coalition trying to oust Cambodia's Hanoi-backed government, and it's announced that it's opening a new dialogue with Vietnam. The change is prompted by fears of a resurgence of the Khmer Rouge, which is the strongest faction in the tripartite rebel coalition and has scored a string of recent battlefield victories in Cambodia. The Khmer Rouge was responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of Cambodians during a 1975 through 78 reign of terror. Secretary of State James Baker III said the September withdrawal of Vietnamese forces from Cambodia has made it possible for the administration to take an approach that many members of Congress have favored. The actual determination of funding will be made later on in this year, funding for rebels or funding for aid to Vietnam. But tonight in New York, if you were in New York tonight, I don't know if you call it news, but you could go around and witness things like this. Let me just give you a little list of what you could do here in New York. You could find out about a seminar that discusses making metal in the 90s, programming metal. You could take a look at the question, folk and roll, is the flat top becoming as mighty as MIDI? Sunday at 4 o'clock in the South Ballroom, you could talk about heavy metal. Reggae Music 1990, does dance hall rule? Tonight marks the closing of the 11th annual New Music Seminar in New York City. The New Music Seminar is the largest music business convention in the United States. And the seminar brings together musicians and music industry moguls from around the world to listen to music and to discuss topics like those I just mentioned. And the seminar features New York City's nightclubs, which become showcases for some 400 bands. And many of those bands are unsigned, without a record contract, actually waiting to be discovered.
Do you fear this man's invention that they call atomic power? Are we all in great confusion? Do we know the time or hour when a terrible explosion may rain down upon our land, leaving horrible death, destruction, blotting out the works of man? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Will you rise and meet your Savior in the air? Will you shout or will you cry when the fire rains from on high? Are you ready for that great atomic power? There is one way to escape and be prepared to meet the Lord. When the mushroom of destruction falls, there is a shielding sword. He will surely stand beside you and you'll never taste of death, for your soul will fly to safety and eternal peace and rest. Are you ready for that great atomic power? Will you rise and meet your Savior in the air? Will you shout or will you cry when the fire rains from on high? Are you ready for that great atomic power?
Music from the band Uncle Tupelo, performing this week as part of the seminar. And Uncle Tupelo has recently been signed to Rockville Records, a small independent label from Long Island, New York. Uncle Tupelo hails from Belleville, Illinois, right across the Mississippi River from St. Louis. Their first album, No Depression, was released just 2 weeks ago. Tonight they're live in our studio here in New York City all hour long. I'd like to introduce the band members, Jeff Tweedy.
Right here.
Hi, Jeff. Jay Farrar. Jay. And Michael Haydorn. Haydorn?
Haydorn.
Haydorn. Hello to all three of you.
Hello. How's it going?
It's hotter than blue blazes in New York this week. Is this a good week for a music seminar?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's hotter where we're from.
Well, it's working out pretty well for you.
Yeah, it's been going good.
Tell me about the song we just heard.
That actually was an old song by the Livin brothers called Great Atomic Power, right?
Yeah, Atomic Power. It's like from the, I guess, mid-50s, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty amazing for a country song of that time.
Yeah.
How did you come upon it?
Heard it.
Yeah, it's just
Don't know.
one of those songs.
Yeah. I think it was on a compilation.
Right. Some
some other obscure country stuff called hillbilly music. It was pretty good a couple years ago.
Is that your style? At least as people who've seen you playing here in New York, is that how you would describe yourself? Hillbilly music? Or
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
There are some country influences in our stuff.
Well, basically rock and roll band.
An electric band. I mean, tonight you have 2 acoustic guitars and guitar case and brushes, which is not your normal ensemble, right?
No.
We usually play electrically and a lot louder than this.
Way louder. Yeah, I mean, we do both. We've played gigs like this too, but it's, for the most part, the album is representative of the electric style.
How long have you been together?
Forever.
Well, wait a minute. How old are you?
22.
22?
23.
23?
23.
23.
About 7 years.
Oh, that is forever.
Yeah. Yeah, and not necessarily as Uncle Tupelo, but as us 3 playing together. About 3 years as Uncle Tupelo.
Always as an electric band, or did you start doing the folky kind of things and then move to something else?
Yeah, it was always electric.
Always electric?
Always electric. When tried to have this open to do, thought about doing it a long time ago. I mean, being able to do both, thought it'd be nice.
So why?
I don't know. When a lot of our songs we write, I think it's part of the criteria is if it can be played acoustically, it's kind of.
It's an okay song.
That's something of what this seminar is about this week. If you can do both, if you can move around, if you can shift styles.
Yeah, I don't know if it's shifting styles. It's just like, I mean, that's the way I judge a lot of songs of other people. Is if I can learn it on the guitar and sit down and play it at home, and it sounds like a song still. I think it's a good song.
Now, you've had some success at this seminar. I mean, you're, the best unsigned act.
Well,
declared by a group of people who are in a position to sign you.
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly to a group of young men who've been together for 7 years?
Makes you wonder.
It makes us wonder.
Well, do you deserve it? What is it about you that, I imagine everyone who plays wants to get discovered and feels they deserve it, but what do you think they saw in you?
Gee, I don't know.
We never did figure that one out.
I guess a lot of bands out there that maybe aren't doing things that are real sincere nowadays, but and that's not. Well, maybe we're not either. But
Wait a minute. Are you doing things that are sincere?
yeah, it's
Trying
trying to be sincere, but it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of bands out there that write about things that are personal to them, or they have more of a sound or more of a artistic art type standpoint.
Yeah.
This is part of it. I mean, this gig, this seminar, is part of a tour that you're on now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that been going?
Pretty eventful.
It's been pretty hot. REM came to see us. That was fun.
The band from Athens, Georgia,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Oh, what, did they come backstage and they go?
Well, it was in the backstage. It was a pretty small club. They just hung out back at the bar and made fun of us or something.
They made fun. Oh, you didn't get a chance to talk to them?
Oh, we talked to them.
Yeah?
Yeah, they actually liked it, or they said they liked it. Well, a couple of them did.
Well,
Michael Stipe
congratulations.
didn't. But that's okay.
Well, let's hear another tune.
All right.
Tell me about this one.
What is it?
It's called Whiskey Bottle.
Whiskey Bottle?
Yeah.
Whiskey Bottle, Uncle Tupelo, live in our studio.
Persuaded, paraded, inebriated, in doubt, still aware of everything. Life carries on too many faces with dollar sign smiles. I gotta find the shortest path to the bar. For a while, a long way from happiness. In a 3-hour away town, whiskey bottle over Jesus. Not forever, but just for now. Not forever, but just for now. Well, there's a trouble around that's never far away. The same trouble's been around for a life and a day. Well, I can't forget the sound, 'cause it's here to stay. The sound of people chasing money, money getting away, a long way from happiness. In a 3-hour away town, whiskey bottle over Jesus. Not forever, but just for now. Not forever, but just for now. Between the dirt and disgust, there must be some air to breathe and something to believe. Well, liquor and guns, the sign says quite plain. Somehow life goes on in a place so insane, a long way from happiness. In a 3-hour away town, whiskey bottle over Jesus. Not forever, just for now. Not forever, just for now.
Whiskey Bottle. Music from their band Uncle Tupelo live in our studio. The voice of Jay Farrar, also harmonica from Jay Farrar. Jeff Tweedy, also on guitar, and Michael Hydorn on percussion, assorted percussion. As I said when I introduced you, you were voted the best unsigned band in last year's College Music Journal Readers Poll. Now you've got a record label, Rockville Records. There's a buzz about your potential and the future. I mean, a lot of people are talking about you. You feel it, right? I mean, you know it.
It's not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about getting famous because that's not so important.
No.
But for being 7 years as a small act, suddenly people are starting to pay attention to you. Do you feel pressure? Like you have to kind of deliver something that you...
Not really. I mean, 7 years doesn't really mean we've been this serious about it for 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, probably in the last year we've really decided that I guess we should be more serious about it. But we were just a band before. I guess now we're a band that has to take it a little more seriously.
Do you have what it takes?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
All right, more music from Uncle Tupelo. Still to come in this hour, putting together the new music seminar and determining who does have what it takes. A conversation with Jody Carilla and Joe Plotkin, plus taking a toll of the body count in this summer's hit movies. The Zalons are back, and they have their assault rifles with them. This is Heat. I'm John Hockenberry.
Down here, where we're at, where the changes, that's the way it goes. Sometimes it snows when everything's wrong. Sometimes it snows, but when it does, it doesn't last long. Down here, where we're at, all we do is sit out on the porch, play our songs, and nothing's wrong. Sometimes friends come around, they all sing along. Down here, where we're at, everybody is equally poor. Down here, we don't care. We don't care what happens outside the screen door. Down here, where we're at, sweat drips from the tip of your nose. Wear loose clothes and try to stay cool. Y'all still have a lot of fun, never saw much school. Down here, where we're at, everybody is equally poor. Down here, we don't care. We don't care what happens outside the screen door. Screen door, screen door.
We've got about 60 people here from Australia this year, which is really good. We had one band playing called Don't Panic. They played on Sunday and got some good results.
That's for 1 week only.
Okay. So the other 51 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
The fringe is the fringe.
Yeah.
We have 3 fringe guys here, but they call themselves Uncle Tupelo. We're going to go to a break now, so you can play a little instrumental for us, and then we'll hear another song from Uncle Tupelo. And thank you very much, Jody Carilla.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure to have you here, and good luck next year. It's number 12.
Number 12.
Most famous act that you discovered at the seminar?
Oh, somebody asked me that today. My mind is a mush when it comes to past shows because I'm focused so much on what I'm doing this year and just just keeping everything happening now that when I go back to think about past ones, it's very hard for me to pull up.
My mind is
Madonna.
a mush. Madonna, really? That she was at the.
Yeah, I mean she was part of the seminar way back when, so I guess
But your mind is
There
a
you go.
mush.
It's
my
a
mind,
mush.
My mind, that sounds like a band title, though. My mind is a mush. Playing next year
It
at
is,
New Music
definitely.
Examiner. Thank you, Jody Carrillo.
Thank you.
This is Heat. I'm John Hockenberry.
Town, same town blues, same old walls closing in. Well, what a life a mess can be. Well, I'm sitting here thinking of you. Won't you give these thoughts to me? Well, time will way better open the gate and get out started needs to be done. Down, there's much you miss working on that graveyard shift. But I'm not saying these won't go wrong. Still comes along. What I see is true. I could learn to believe. Can't look away. The powers that be might take it all away. Together we'll burn. Together we'll burn. Some say land of paradise, some say land of pain. Well, which side are you looking from? Some people have it all, and some have all the game. Well, man at top, bump your dime for a break his $20 bill. There's plenty of reasons in this world, moving along or standing still. But I'm not saying things won't go wrong. Still comes along. What I see is true. I could learn to believe. You can't look away. The powers that be might take it all away. Together we'll burn. Together we'll burn. Too much time spent looking for a reason. Seem the simple ones beat the most truth. Well, what a life a mess can be. Well, I'm sitting here thinking of you. Won't you give your thoughts of me? Well, time will way better open the gate and get out started needs to be done. It's winding down, there's much you miss working on that graveyard shift. But I'm not saying these won't go wrong, 'cause day comes along. What I see is true, I could learn to believe. You can't look away, the powers that be might take it all away. Together we'll burn, together we'll burn either way.
Jeff Tweedy, Jay Farrar, Michael Hydorn. The music of the band, Uncle Tupelo, live in our studio all hour long. We'll hear at least one more song from Uncle Tupelo. He is supported by a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts. Additional support comes from WBUR in Boston. If you're interested in finding out more about the National Endowment, it could be extras or something like that.
Okay.
You could come back next week and tell us about it?
Sure.
All
I'd
right.
love to. Like to, yes.
All right. Have fun
Yes.
next
Thank you.
week.
Yes.
Always
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gene and Jules Zalon.
Thank you.
And a final song from Uncle Tupelo.
Song is sung for anyone that's listening. This song is for the broken-spirited man. And this song is for anyone left standing after the strain of a slow, sad end. It seems everybody wants what someone else has. There's sorrow enough for all, just go in any bar and ask. With a beer in each hand and a smile in between, while all around the world don't mean. We've all had our ups and downs. It's been mostly down around here. Now this whole damn mess has become quite clear. It looks like we're all looking for a life worth living. That's why we drink ourselves to sleep. Yeah, we're all looking for a life worth living. That's why we pray for our souls to keep. There's nothing left now but broken pieces of one man's broken will to care. And in the end, before all said and done, how many others might follow him there? The song is sung for anyone that's listening. And this song is for the broken-spirited man. And this song is for the one left standing under the strain of a slow, sad end. But midnight is coming around, still mostly down around here. Now this whole damn mess has become quite clear. It looks like we're all looking for a life worth living. That's why we drink ourselves to sleep. Yeah, we're all looking for a life worth living. That's why we pray for our souls to keep. Keep on and on and on and on.
Uncle Tupelo. What was the name of that tune?
Life worth living.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks
Thanks for having us.
Good luck to you guys.
Thanks.
You don't have to make any more demos anymore, right? If you're signed with Rockville Records.
Oh,
and
actually, we're doing
Yeah.
demos
Yeah.
for the next album at the end of
Yeah.
this tour.
in a studio this time rather than on your own home little
Yeah.
cassette
Right.
machine.
And it's a Ford Apache in Boston.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they're picking up the tab?
Well, somebody is. We're not.
Somebody
have any-
is, we're not.
We don't have any money.
That sounds like success,
Yeah.
if you can at least put it that way.
Yeah.
And an electric album?
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
Working title?
No time.
No,
2112.
Why?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, 13. So.
Yeah. No, that's a Rush album, but anyway.
Yeah, your current disc is available though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's got some acoustic stuff on it too.
Mhm.
That song we just did is on it acoustically. But
No
it's mostly-
Depression?
Yeah.
Is the
Right.
name of it? Yeah. Well, the best of luck to you.
All right.
And where's your next gig?
Yeah,
Do you know where that is?
next Thursday at Hoboken. Maxwell's, and next Friday at the Chase in New York. I don't know where that's at, but
I know.
Uncle Tupelo. Uncle Tupelo. Well, it doesn't matter. Uncle Tupelo. They've got plenty of time to get there. Uncle Tupelo is going to be appearing in a club near you.
Yeah.
Thanks to all my guests. Uncle Tupelo, Jody Carilla of the New Music Seminar here in New York City, closing night. Michael Hill of Warner Brothers Records. Gene and Jules Zalon of the Heat Film Critics Association, the president and vice president, and we don't know who is who. Tomorrow night on Heat, an hour of music and conversation with legendary singer Gil Scott-Heron. Heat is a production of Murray Street Enterprise, New York, in association with KQED-FM San Francisco. Heat was created by Steve Rath and Leslie Peters.